We are looking today at the astrology forecast and the flying stars for January 2025, the last month of the year of the dragon. Welcome. My name is Lydia Griffith. This is the Feng Shui and Bazi Chinese astrology channel. And on this channel, I often read the charts of famous people. I think it helps us to better understand our own astrology and our own lives. So, welcome. I am reading from the blog on the Karma Chameleon website. This is going to take us into understanding the astrology for kind of the collective flavor of January and the uniqueness of January as in general, the way that I look at January every year. And then what is going on for the Flying Stars Feng Shui for our home, and how can we navigate that so that we are getting the best outcome for ourselves and our own lives. So if this sparks interest for you, friend, please subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any of the 2025 videos that I am putting out. We have started. There is more to come. So stay tuned. This is Christmas week that I am filming this. So I'm trying to get everything out before the holiday actually begins so that I get a little break myself. But anyway, I would love to have you be part of the channel. Lots of dynamic things that I anticipate for our world as we head into this year of 2025. I am a master Bazi astrologer and a traditional Feng Shui consultant, and I have been doing this work since 2002, a long time. And I am so honored to say that I have clients from around the world. Thousands of clients. It has been such a beautiful journey, and I have loved the last few years sharing what I know and giving voice to my intuition on the channel. So when we look, I always like to begin as we're moving forward and forecasting. I think it's very important to pause and see where we've been. So the month of the rat, December, really felt, I don't know how it was for you, put it in the comments, but it felt a little disjointed for me. It was a lot of stop and start, and then like very intense amounts of work, and then lighter amounts of work. It just felt a little disjointed for me. But it was a yang fire rat. The rat is yin water. So it was alchemically a very out of balance month. So you might have experienced some power struggles, some domination, oppression, and power plays. And this may have fallen into your own life and your own astrology, or you may have noticed this in our collective. And Lord knows, when we look outside the bubble of our own world, right? It's a mess. It just looks like a mess of suffering, of fighting, of war. The rat has a presence and a desire to connect with an audience. And the rat is also all about finances and fiscal responsibility. So at this point, you can look at how has your spending been? How have your investments been? And in addition to that, what are you investing in? And that can be money. It can also be your energy. What are you investing in? And who are you invested in? And why? What have you gathered, collected in the month of December? These are questions that we can ask ourselves as we are leaving this month behind. The rat and the dragon brought some charisma to the mood, and we're good for doing things, socials and collaborations. It's certainly a festive time. So now we're going to enter into the last month of the dragon. And this is a very different flavor. It's cold. The forecast is, it feels cold, but there's yin fire sitting on top of the winter ox. The ox rules January, and it is cold, hard earth. And so that presence of the fire is actually kind of nice. It's like a candle in the window, or the embers of, the end of the fire after the roaring fire in the fireplace, those last embers that keep the room warm. It's also the feeling of sitting with a hot cup of tea and looking out the window at the birds feeding at the bird feeder, watching snowfall. Or if you're in another hemisphere of the world, maybe you're watching flowers bloom. I don't know. So the thing about January is it is the month of transition. It is the time when we are seeing one zodiac animal ebb out and the new one flowing in. There is this transfer of power, and there is this feeling of fluctuation and reordering. So January is really a call to compost, to take time for yourself, nourish yourself, amp up your self-care, and really spend time journaling and meditating about what your 2024 was about. What did you learn? What did you experience? What are the nuggets that you can take away from this last 12 months? And then, as you have done that, we can then look at preparing for the year of the snake. I will have a blog on the Karma Chameleon website, and I will be doing a video about how to prepare for a new year. And there is a schedule to all of this. Let me move some things aside here. So when we look at specific dates for January that are so important, is that we have a wolf moon on January 13th, and that full moon ends the year of the dragon. The year of the month of January starts January 5th. So there is just this last punch, right? This last influence of the dragon mixing with the month of the ox as we're going into this transition. So the dragon really, in all of its influence, begins to back away. And it's almost like if you've ever been in a job where you're about to leave the job and you've already kind of checked out. Even as you're working those last days, your mind is already either in your new job or the thing that you're doing next, and you're kind of checked out. It's like that. That full moon on the 13th, mark your calendar. That is the day to collect all the cures, your Feng Shui cures, your crystals, your silk flowers. Take all of that outside. If you don't have the ability to do that, put it in a window that gets a moon view. And leave them out at least overnight. You can leave them out more than one night. Especially if you had a difficult 2024. I would recommend that for you, to leave the cures and crystals out for 2 nights. So I believe that is a Monday. So maybe even Sunday night you put everything out. And then on Tuesday you bring those things in. And again, when I do how to prepare for the new year, I will give you all instructions about how to do a moon cleaning of your cures and crystals. Then heading into those coming weekends, plan and schedule at least 2 days for a deep, deep cleaning. And again, that video that I will put out and that blog will give you the details on all of this. But as you're looking at your January, start planning what is that big, deep clean day going to be, and put it on your books so you've got it scheduled. And then the 29th is the new moon that brings in the year of the snake. And we go from the 29th, the new moon, to February 3rd, the first day of the first month of the new year, the beginning of the month of the tiger that starts the new year. Very exciting time. My favorite holiday. All right, so looking at this month of January with the yin fire ox, right? We're in this time of great transition. And the thing to remember here is the dragon is warm, moist, fertile earth of spring in its yang, because the energy is like, boom, out come the flowers. And in January, it's the exact opposite. It is inward. It is inward, it is cold, it is yin, which is dormant. It is like, it feels like we're being pulled in two directions. One part of you wants to winter in, amp up the self-care, and have the quiet, reflective time for yourself. And the dragon, in its last gasps of influence, is saying, let's bloom and flower. Let's innovate and create. And so there's that juxtaposition. And to feel that in yourself, the longing to retreat and rest, and that dragon that is so charismatic, active, full of wonder and curiosity, which leads to great innovations. So you may feel yourself at odds. And so it's almost like it feels like we're being asked to do more than we're up for. Like, being asked to pull a double, or somebody schedules a meeting at 4:00 on Friday, right? You're just not up for it. And friends, you have agency. You have the power to say no thank you. Can't do a double today. And you do not need to say I'm sorry, and you do not need to give a reason why. Okay? Just saying. Hold your line of agency. This is what I am able to do. The job you've given me. And that meeting at 4:00, let's hope to God it doesn't go on and on and on, right? That it's as quick as it can be. And how can you help facilitate that? Can you say, as you're going into the meeting, hey, I'm here, but just got to say at 5:00, I've got something I have to go do, which is your life, because you're paid to be there till 5:00. Healthy boundaries, friends, right? My gracious. So it really is, this month of January is a time of wintering, whether it's winter where you are or summer. It doesn't necessarily reflect the weather outside. It's the season inside of us. January is our wintering time. It is the time to compost the year that has passed and to envision the year that is coming. Alrighty, let's go spinning around the Bagua and see what's happening, because, oh my gracious, all the flying stars for our Feng Shui in January are doubled, which means best of the best, worst of the worst. This month, I have a lot of neutral directions And you will see that I do not in any way, shape, or form agree with other Bazi astrologers and Feng Shui consultants. Because we have entered into period 9 and some of the flying stars have really changed their flavor and their personality and influence and how they influence, the way that they combine with the other stars. So that I just want to give you that, okay? And I think that's true for many astrologers. We all have a voice and we all interpret the way that we see this information. And for you, it's encouraged to listen to different voices and discern which one speaks closest to you. And then align with that. Align with that so that that is your voice and the one guiding you for the best results. Just saying, okay? Because if you're all over the place, taking a little from this person and a little from that person, I don't know that you're going to get the best results. Okay, so we're going to start in the center with the 3-star, which is now doubled. The period 9 star is sitting in the center. This is helpful because the 9 star is fire, which mitigates the clash of the wood star 3 oppressing the center element earth, okay? We always are seeking balance and flow in the energy in our bodies and in the flow of the world around us. So for this, we can find real success in the center of our homes and offices and some recognition as well. So there's a success and fame quality to the center, and we want to keep this area lit with light, with fire, like candles, or maybe a lamp that has a red lampshade. Anything red here is welcome. And the cure that we've used all year is a red happy hoodie sitting on 7 Chinese red envelopes. We're now going to move around to one of the worst areas for 2024, which has been the West. Here we have the 5-star. The period 9 star is 2. So we have 2 with a 5 and another 5 coming in. This is a lot of earth energy that working together is malevolent, violent, destructive. Can cause illness, death, injury, accidents, lawsuits, bankruptcy, anything, everything that could possibly go wrong. If you have a Western bedroom or a Western facing house, I absolutely would crawl in a window over using that front door. That might be a slight bit of an exaggeration, but I'm not sure. Really, this is that bad. I would sleep on the couch over sleeping in a bedroom like this. So if you have this alignment, there are cures. Again, you can check out the blog. I'll put the link in the description below, but you really want to vacate this room, keep it dark. For me, I have this chimney stack sitting in the west. And so I feel like the whole thing is blocked. And sometimes when you look at your floor plan, you'll see like, you know, it's a great thing. Like if this is eaten up by a room you don't use, that you can close the door, draw the blinds, any way that you can make the chi dark and dormant, the better for you. All right. The best cure that I've been using all year is a 6-rod metal wind chime. Wind chimes are always displayed outside, not in your home. And another option is a chiming clock. That sound of a bell, metal bell ringing. Very, very good for breaking up this contentious, nasty chi in the West. Then we come around to the Northwest, and I'm saying this is a neutral zone. The 4-star is here, and again, it's doubled in January, and it's for the 9-star, the one star is here for the period 9. And so that is helpful, again, like in the center of our homes, because the 1 star is water. Water is mitigating the clash between the northwest metal and the 4 star magnified as yang wood. So this is a very good alignment here. Now the 4 star, unlike in period 8, when it was our love star, our education star, our love and romance and happy relationship star, is not that in period 9. And I'm still seeing many Bazi astrologers touting this 4 star as if it is still in its period 8 personality, and it's not. So please be careful here. That's one of the reasons I'm calling this a neutral area, okay? Also remember that the northwest is one of our 3 afflictions. It is the location of the Shui Po. It is opposite to the southeast. This is the location of the dog opposite the dragon. So there is that. I think that that is an important thing to mention. This area should not be disturbed with loud noise or commotion, but you can still use it quietly. And it is okay for relationships, but just be a little cautious here. It's more, I think it's a better location for meditation, prayer, and your spiritual practice. You want to watch and make sure there's no water, running water here, and that if there is, to try not to use it, like if it's a laundry room or the placement where your sink or dishwasher is, because that water is sure to churn up problems with relationships. And you also want to look out for infidelity if there's too much blue. So remember to keep things like, we want to have blue colors in here for sure, but we also want to add a little bit of metal. And then as far as a cure goes, I would say 4 stalks of lucky bamboo in a blue vase is really lovely. And to protect relationships, have a Chinese coin with the 4 characters facing up sitting on a rose quartz crystal to protect your relationships. All right, coming around to the north. The north has really been a funny direction this year, because the 8 star has, since it's not period 8 anymore, is stepping back from being as influential of a successful money star. And being in the north, which is water, that's water and earth, so it's very drained. The period 9 star here is the 7 star, which can really kind of impact business and finance. But I think for this month, it is going to be a good month for anyone with a north-facing home, office, or bedroom, because that 8 doubled really does bring in potential for good wealth, but you gotta watch your health, okay? And the cure here, I have been doing 8 silk red flowers in a red vase and 8 Chinese coins on a red string, if this is your front door. We're gonna come around now to the 6 star, which is in the northeast. This one is a little bit challenging just because this is 2 small knives, double 6. For me, when I see 2 6s together, well, it could be double success. It could also be a hidden enemy, hidden danger. And the period 9 star 3 being here suggests that this is animosity in relationships. There could be family disharmony. There's like all kinds of funkiness going on in this direction. So I would drain this with metal and also blue, okay? A gold happy Hody helps to bring in harmony. Black obsidian is a good crystal. You can also do blue cushions or blue towels, blue bed linens, blue rugs. We're then going to come around to the 1 star in the east, and that I'm saying let's activate this, okay? This is doubled, and the 1 star in period 9 is our future wealth star. I think this is wonderful. And even though the period 9 star 7 is here, I think that this could be a really great place for investments, for finances, for travel, but we need to just be careful with our relationships with that 7 star there. Now, we have had, because the 1 star is future wealth, I have had my vision board in that location for most of 2024, but I have already pulled it down. So that's what I would recommend. If you still have your vision board up for 2024, take it down. Use that as your compost. You might do, on the full moon, on the 13th, you might want to do a bonfire and burn that vision board, releasing with gratitude all that you were able to manifest. And then plan some time with some best friends to sit around with a pile of magazines and make the vision board you want for 2025, envisioning that best year for you. Yeah. So for the 1 star in the east, I would say for harmony to have a green happy Hody here. And you can also bring in some metal objects that help to kind of drain the 7 star, and bring a little more harmony to the situation. Then we come around to the southeast. I'm calling this a neutral. The double influence of the 2 star, which in period 8 was our sickness star, is not any longer. But it is in a transition from being a negative star to more of a neutral star. And it will be continuing to change and evolve in its influence as we head into period 9, the next 20 years. So the southeast is the home of the dragon. If you do not want to face southeast, this is not a place to make loud noise or commotion. This is a great spot for real estate, finance, and business luck. The female relationships should be very strong, powerful, very good for a woman having an authority position to have an office in the southeast. But again, remember that the Grand Duke is here representing the year of the dragon. And even as the dragon is ebbing out in the weeks as we get closer and closer to the 29th, the new moon of the Lunar New Year, we need to kind of watch all of this. I would not have had the southeast as a front door or a bedroom this year. And if this is an office, I would have 3 brass immortals at your back for protection. And we always display the Tai Shui plaque and a pair of Piao beasties facing into that afflicted direction of the dragon. And again, all of this is in flux and transition. We are about to pull everything on the 13th. So we come around to the south, which has been one of the worst directions of 2024. We have double 7 star. This is the placement of the 3 killings. This is a place that is fraught with fighting, injury, battle, war, injury. Not a place to store sharp objects or guns or chainsaws or anything like that. You really want to check security and safety here. The 4 star, I believe, is here for period 9. And so we really want to protect our relationships and our money. A brass dragon-headed turtle is a really great cure. Just make sure that that cure is never facing you, but rather looking out for you. We come around to the best direction. I saved the best for last. The best direction is the southwest, where I'm happily sitting and where I happily sleep upstairs. So I love that this has been such a positive direction this year. The 9-star doubled along with the 6-star visiting here for period 9 is a dynamic winning combination, friends. This is where you want to be. Have a front door, an office, a bedroom, any significant room in the house for business luck, fame, happy gatherings, good fortune, promotion. Just, it's bells going off and you've won the lottery. So we want to prominently display 9 silk purple flowers, put out some amethyst crystals, have a couple vibrant plants here, and activate this area. Open up the blinds, the windows, the doors, use this room and keep it active. So that is it. My gracious, we have come all the way around, full circle for the year 2024. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I am grateful for the lessons I learned. I'm grateful for the aha moments. I'm grateful for you and this growing channel and the possibility of where we can go from here. If there are things like videos that you would love to see as we go into 2025, please put in those requests in the description. Somebody, just throwing this out here as an example, somebody asked me to do the chart of Great Britain. And I did actually pull that. It is obviously a lot harder to do than the chart of the United States, which is a baby country in comparison. And I may put that out in the coming months. Very curious and interested to see how that plays out. So anyway, that is it for the month of January. I am looking forward to sharing all the forecasts coming into our new year of the snake. And until next time, friends, be well, celebrate safely, hug your friends and family, fill your heart with gratitude for all that we have. Until next time, be well.